Good evening. It is 7:30 on September 23rd, 2025. I'd like to call to order the September 23rd meeting of the Norwalk County Council. If you please rise and join me in pledging allegiance to our nation's flag. Allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Clerk, if you please call the roll.
Mr. Goldstein? Mr. Goldstein? Mr. Lopez?
Present.
Ms. Najewski Eichner?
Present.
Ms. Smith? Here. Ms. Ayers? Ms. Murray? Mr. C? Mr.
Oh, here, I'm sorry.
Mr. Wiggins? Mr. Wiggins? Ms. Young?
Here.
Ms. Edie? Here. Ms. Winterstrand? Here. Ms. Dunn? Here. Mr. Sutton?
Present.
Mr. Frayer?
Here.
Ms. Shanahan? Here. Twelve.
12 present, we have a quorum. Next item on the agenda is the acceptance of the minutes of the special meeting of September 10th, 2025. Do I have a motion? Mr. Seed, are there any corrections, deletions, or omissions? Seeing none, all in favor of approving the minutes as submitted? Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Next is public participation. Is there anybody that has signed up for the sign-in sheet? I don't know if there is or not. And James, while we're waiting, is there anybody online waiting to address the council?
There is no one online, Mr. Mayor.
He said no.
It's fine.
Sorry.
No, yes.
Okay. If there's anybody in the chambers that wishes to address the council, please let us know. If there's anybody online, please let us know as well. Okay, seeing none, we will close public participation. Next, we have resignations and appointments. First appointment under fair rent is Tatiana Santiago. Do I have a motion? Mr. Seed?
Yes, I would be honored to nominate Tatiana Santiago. Tatiana has dedicated her career and expanded access to fair and affordable housing. As a bilingual mortgage professional, she has worked extensively with first-time home buyers and renters, guiding families through the home buying process, but also finding affordable renting and guiding people through that process as well. Assisting in down payment, also housing counseling, and she's worked with landlords and counseling them on how to be effective and fair landlords. She brings not only that expertise, but on a personal note, she actually helped me buy my first home. She really landed me and held my hand through that process. Showing me different things, different access to different grants, but also helping me go through classes to be a landlord and to know how to go through that process and do it in a way that's fair and equitable to the laws. So I really am honored to nominate her. It's always good and exciting to get young people involved in the city, and I think she's someone who's going to serve us well.
Thank you, Mr. Seed. Any further comments or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. Item B, Steve Tudor, has asked to have his name withdrawn from the zoning board of appeals appointment. Next, we have, David Westmoreland for the historical commission. Do I have a motion? Ms. Smith?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. It is truly an honor to move the appointment of David Westmoreland to the Historical Commission. You know, looking at his resume does not really tell the full story of what he has done and contributed to the city of Norwalk. Landscape architect, project manager, you know, his professional life has been extraordinary, but what surpasses that is his commitment to the city of Norwalk, to the historical aspect of this city. And you know, I can't think of anyone who cares as much and fights as much for the city of Norwalk as David Westmoreland does. And to have him coming back to the Historical Commission, you know, he served on the Historical Commission, the Historical Society. I mean, he's really, really committed his you know, volunteer life to the city of Norwalk and its history. So it's going to be a pleasure to have him back on the Historical Commission, and I wholeheartedly support his appointment.
Thank you. Any further comment or discussion? Ms. Dunn?
I'd like to add that just because I want to chime in. I think it's a great thing that he's going back. He brings a really amazing level of professionalism to the Historical Commission and is very thoughtful about answering questions that people have, and he's very responsive to people in the community when they have questions. So I think it's an awesome that he's willing to step up again. So thank you, David.
Thank you. Further comment, discussion?
Mayor,
Oh, yes, Ms. Young.
I just feel like I would be remiss if I just didn't say something about David Westmoreland. Just having the honor and privilege of serving on the district with him, he is a quiet giant in this city. He does what he does quietly without any thoughts of being recognized for the work that he does, because he truly does care about Norwalk. And I'm glad he's coming back and giving of his time, but because he is a true gem. And so I'm happy to hear that he is coming back.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Any further comment or discussion? Mr. Frayer?
I want to just get in the parade here and shout the praises for David. He's just an excellent person. He knows so much about what's going on in the city over the many years that he's served here. He will actually be the real backbone. We've got some new people that are on the Historical Commission, and with David now joining, getting more involved, I think we can only expect bigger and better things from him.
Thank you. Further comment, discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of David Westmoreland for the Historical Commission? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Under reappointments, we have two. I'd like to move them to, if we can move them together. We have Fran Collier Clemens from the, and Johnny Mae Weldon, both for the Fair Rent Commission. Do I have a motion? Ms. Edie?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would be honored to move that Mrs. Fran Collier Clemens be reappointed back to the Fair Rent Commission. She's well qualified. Fair Rent Commissioner, successful in prioritizing and evaluating complaint cases as submitted. She has been on the Fair Rent Commission for over 15 years. She serves as Vice Chair in Fair Rent Commission to complaints of unfair rent, repairs, and retaliations for seeking an advocate. She's also served on the district. She served as District's B Chair. She's a DTC member, and she's also served with the Police Commissioner, Norwalk Police Department, and the City of Fort Worth, Texas, in their municipal government. And she is also the beloved wife of our beloved Reverend Clemens, who is, how should I say, integral in my family's life, because he was a part of my uncle's life years ago. And we always respected him for that. And we appreciate her service very much. And I would also like to move for reappointment Miss Johnny Mae Weldon. She has extensive experience in early childhood education and management, and she has built a solid reputation in the Norwalk community, working with youth through enrichment programs and helping adults in need of psychosocial rehabilitation. She has also worn many hats at the Norwalk Economic Opportunity, also known as NEON. She's worked as a resource specialist with client services and administrative assistant. She's been in the child development program, site coordinator, bus coordinator, teacher floater. She's also affiliated with Community House, Bethel. She's been a Bethel AME Educational Center teacher. And she worked for the George Washington Carver as assistant director. On a personal note, I just want to say that she was a coordinator of the youth development program at the Carver, which we call YDP. And Mr. Fuller, and as we call her, our beloved Sissy, she was over many of us, and that was our exposure to go on college tours and to understand what the importance of college was. We had a pledge that we had to say. It was the place where we did our homework. We had a stipend every 2 weeks. And some of the best relationships in my life were formed in that program. And without her, my grandparents entrusted my life to her and Mr. Fuller because I needed guidance. So I just wanted to say that was a personal note. So I also welcome her back to the Fair Rent Commission. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further comment on the appointment of Fran Collier Clemens or Johnny Mae Weldon? Ms. Young?
Thank you, Mayor. So I can't go over what Councilwoman Edie just said. That kind of sums up their lives, but these two women have been true to their community as far as community services is concerned and civil activism in the city of Norwalk for decades. And so I think it's just appropriate that they continue to serve on this particular committee as it impacts people's livelihoods, and having these two women with their experience across the city over the decades being able to advocate for residents is just a special thing, and they're good at it. And I'm glad to know that they are continuing on this committee.
Thank you. Ms. Smith?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I don't know Ms. Collier Clemens personally, but I do just want to chime in about Johnny Mae Weldon. And, so much has been said already that I don't need to repeat, but I do just want to comment on what a truly beautiful human being Johnny Mae is, and the light that shines around her and through her, and her smile and her just giving nature is just a true gift to our community.
Thank you. Any further comment or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. That is all the appointments and reappointments. Next item on the agenda, just my remarks. Tomorrow night at 6 p.m., the city and the Norwalk Public Schools, we're going to be hosting our annual joint budget meeting hearing ahead of the development of the 26-27 operating and capital budgets. We invite the community to come on out, share their ideas. It will be held in a hybrid format, taking place here in the Common Council chambers and on Zoom. Hearing the community's feedback early in the process. Thanks to Greg Burnett for really starting this procedure. He was always forward thinking, and before we used to formulate the budgets, and then all of a sudden everybody be surprised. We didn't hear from the public. The public would then come out and say they wish they had known about these things earlier. So here is that opportunity. Greg was again, a visionary, a forward thinker. And so they can, the community can come out, let us know what they think of are important, the items that they'd like to see included in the budget, items they'd like to see not included. And then a panel will include the City of Norwalk public school officials who play, the City of Norwalk and the Norwalk Public School officials who play a role in developing the city's operating and capital budgets. So come on out. Next, community conversation, tomorrow evening, before the public hearing on the budget, Jim Himes and State Treasurer Eric Russell will be here to discuss the Connecticut's economic outlook and how recent federal legislation and budget decisions are affecting municipalities. That should be a very interesting topic. This Saturday, Norwalk, we have our annual Touch a Truck, an open house event, 9 a.m., Norwalk Public Works. It's a free family-friendly hands-on experience, which will include demonstrations, giveaways, tours of the wastewater treatment plant. Children's and adults will have the opportunity to explore the city's vehicles, learn about the services. Visitors are encouraged to bring non-perishable food items in support of person to person. And usually they collect quite a bit on that particular day. So it's always nice and person to person who does so much for the city of Norwalk. They really appreciate it. And last but not least, this is, I believe, our last Sono Saturday market at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's the market of last market of the season. Come check out the 60 local vendors. I understand it's been getting bigger and bigger every week. And it's, again, just another great idea and wonderful things available to do here in the grand old city of Norwalk. Now I will turn it over to the council president.
Thank you, Mayor. Tonight, I would just like to acknowledge and wish a happy heavenly birthday to our colleague and very good friend, Greg Brennan. Today's his birthday. Today is his birthday. Tonight's consent calendar will be read by Councilmember Shanahan.
Should I start with the corporation council?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. Starting with 6, reports, departments, boards, and commissions. A, corporation council. 1, executive session, which we're not going to have. Authorization to settle a claim, Marta Rivera versus City of Norwalk. And the claim number is there. Number 7, common council committees. A, finance and claims committee. Number 1, narrative on tax collections dated August and September 2025. 2, monthly tax collectors reports dated July and August 2025. 3, claims committee report dated August and September 2025. 4, authorize the mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to execute an agreement between the city of Norwalk and Unisat Services, Inc. to perform financial advisory services for a sum not to exceed $370,500, account noted. 5, authorize the mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to execute an agreement between the city of Norwalk and Shipman and Goodwin LLP to perform bond counsel services for a sum not to exceed $477,500, account number noted. B, ordinance 1, approve changes to chapter 27, city buildings and facilities, article 1, naming, sections 27-1, 27-2, and 27-3. 2, approve changes to chapter 95, streets and sidewalks, article 2, honorary and historic naming of streets, sections 95-37, 95-38, and 95-39. C, recreation, parks, and cultural affairs. 1, authorize the mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to enter into an agreement for the use of Wolf Pit Elementary School field and immediate surrounding grounds by Wolf Pit PTA for their Pumpkin Festival, to be held on Saturday, October 18th, 2025, from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Set up time at 8 a.m. with tear down at 8 p.m., approximately 500 people. 2, authorize the mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to enter into an agreement for the use of Taylor Farm and immediate surrounding grounds by Friends of Norwalk Dogs for their Halloween dog party to be held on Sunday, October 26th, 2025, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., approximately 70 people. 3, authorize the mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to execute an agreement between the city of Norwalk and Gerber Construction, Inc. for project RMP 2025-3, paving of Taylor Farm parking lot, base bid, and drainage system overflow, alternate 1, for a sum not to exceed $174,999.65, which is base bid, plus $5,117, alternate number 1, count number noted. 4, authorize the Chief of Operation and Public Works to execute orders on the contract with Gerber Construction for project RMP 2025-3, paving of Taylor Farm parking lot, base bid, and drainage system overflow, alternate 1, for a sum not to exceed $18,011.67, account noted. D, Economic and Community Development, 1, authorize the mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to execute any and all documents associated with the submission of the PY 50 CAFR to HUD. And that is the consent calendar, short and sweet.
Indeed. Thank you very much. Ms. Shanahan, you have heard the consent calendar. I will call for the vote. All in favor, please raise your hand. Opposed? Abstentions? And that carries unanimously. Back
Ladies
to you.
ladies and gentlemen, I think we're about to break the record.
I think so.
Shanahan,
Motion to adjourn.
all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Did we make the record?
I believe so.
7:51. And we are adjourned.
Gosh.